Hendon Hooker has been released by the Detroit Lions. Good. I think you knew this was coming when Dan Campbell basically started carving the headstone Saturday. He may need a change of scenery. Yeah. I'm glad he's gone. Why? I don't know the guy, nor do I care. I don't want to hear about him anymore. He showed absolutely nothing in his time here. It was an atrocious draft pick when they made it, and this only cements that it was an atrocious pick. You took a quarterback that you didn't need off a blown ACL, and he's 100 years old in the third round. Cutscene, it didn't work. It was never going to work. There was no point in drafting a backup in the third round, and he was never going to supplant Jared Goff. So now he's gone, which means I never have to take another phone call clamoring for this guy to play. That's a win. This is like Christmas in August. And here's the other thing. You don't need to carry 3 quarterbacks. Now, I know the Cleveland Browns say, no, you're right, we're going to carry 4. But I'm saying a real organization, you carry your 2, and you can add a 7th wide receiver or a 9th D lineman or someone who's going to actually affect winning and losing, even if it's in the margins, even if it's primarily as a special teamer. So I told you I thought they were cutting him. And a lot of people are like, well, Brad won't admit a mistake. Well, he did. Give him credit for it. It was a god-awful draft pick. And now you released him. Where do I think he ends up? Well, namely, I don't care. But he's going to probably latch on somewhere, and somebody will think they can fix him. Maybe he ends up a backup to like a Geno Smith now that Aiden O'Connell's dead for 10 weeks with a broken wrist or arm or whatever it was. Maybe Hendon Hooker goes to Vegas. There's always going to be a need for a backup or a third stringer who's got some athleticism and has traits. But the reality is he got grossly outplayed by Kyle Allen. Kyle Allen has started in this league. Kyle Allen has played well at times. I think Kyle Allen's just in every measure a better quarterback than Hendon Hooker. And if Jared Goff gets hurt in the third quarter of a road game in Chicago, who gives me a better chance to win, Hendon Hooker or Kyle Allen? It's Kyle Allen. It's not close. So I'm glad he's gone. Up next, cut Broderick Martin. Let's continue the third-round wasted draft pick party. I mean, it's just, is Broderick Martin alive?
Have no clue.
I mean, what do you make of it? I feel bad for Cookie. Should we check on him?
He's already tweeted out, still defending the pick.
No.
Yes.
No.
Let me pull it back up here.
No.
I'll still defend the pick. The pick was worth the gamble before they paid Goff on upside alone. But the reality is he couldn't translate to reading the full field in the NFL. Lions showed you what they really thought going to the playoffs last year, and he didn't get better.
Oh.
So he got better towards the end of the tweet.
Isn't the fact that that none of this worked out proof that the pick was not worth it in the third round?
I will still defend the Titanic's unsinkable. Cutscene. It's at the actually, Doctor, it's at the bottom of the ocean right now. It's unsinkable. He's defending it before they paid Goff. It didn't matter when they paid Goff. From the back half of his first year here, he played Pro Bowl football. What are we doing?
Still defending. No, this was the right move, man. When I'm watching the end of that game on Saturday, and it is the fourth quarter, and you know guys on the other side are going to get cut, and you see it's 3rd and 5, and you see a running back right there wide open that can get the first down. Hendon Hooker decides that's okay. I'll try to run for it myself, sack. No, you can't continue to look that way and think you're going to make an NFL roster.
From day one, like I remember when we were going through this process, Hendon Hooker, that offense at Tennessee, it's single read. They run some very unique formations you can't even get away with in the NFL with super wide splits. And it's a timing offense. It's not about reading the whole field. It's a lot like why Blaine Gabbert struggled when he came from Mizzou. That offense was not translatable to what they do in the NFL. So it never made sense to me. For all the great things that Brad Holmes has done, this ranks up there as one of the worst. Yes, Kenny, what?
Can't it just be as simple as we got a quarterback out of retirement to replace him in the playoffs? Can't it just be like that simple?
Right, and it was like homeless Teddy Bridgewater.
Right.
I mean, it was just like, it wasn't even the Teddy Bridgewater we remember. It was the old version. It's
I
like,
will defend to this day the Titanic.
that's a crazy take by Costa. Let's go to Keith, 97.1. Keith, how you doing, buddy?
How you doing, man? I'm glad you guys voiced that opinion on Hooker, man. I knew they was going to get rid of Hooker sooner or later, man. I knew it, and I'm glad they did, man. I'm glad.
Why are you
because
glad?
he wasn't doing jack. He wasn't doing jack for the Lions. He wasn't doing nothing. He gets out there, and he helped us lose the game. So what they need is a quarterback that's the flip of the coin of Jerry Goff. You know, like a Michael Vick. We need somebody that runs the ball more like a Michael Vick.
That sounds awesome.
We need somebody that's the opposite of Jerry Goff. That's
All right.
what we need.
Keith,
And that's all I wanted to say.
Okay.
Go Lions, and
All
I hope
right.
we win the Super Bowl. All right, thank you.
And you be sure to call the facility when you find the Michael Vick guy, okay? David, all they need is a guy like Michael Vick. That's all.
What is happening here? Kenny, come on, man.
Kenny, that's 1, 2, and 3.
You didn't say that to me on the phone, I'll tell you that.
Strike 3, you're out. Let's go.
I will defend that phone call to this day.
Let's go to Jay, 97.1. Jay, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, boys? That last call was awesome. So we had a running back like that, or I mean a quarterback like that. We had Hendon Hooker, and the reason he ran all the time is because the man has zero ability to read the field at all. So when the pocket even remotely looks like it's going to collapse on him, oh my God, I got to run because I can't see anything. I'm like Ray Charles out here. All right. So, but what I'm like, I've talked to you about many things in the past, but I have a direct question for you today.
Sure. What's up?
I would love to hear your view, your take on why so many fans in Detroit, for some reason, decided that Hendon Hooker was this pathetic, like Disney movie sports comeback guy that they all wanted to get behind. I mean, for 3 weeks, we've been listening to people calling up and talking about, we got to give him more chances. We got to give him more chances. Even people calling and saying, you guys are being so mean to him on the radio. What if he hears this? His feelings are going to be hurt. Like, it would be like giving Iserman 15 seasons to stay out of the playoffs and still saying, no, it's the Iser plan. I would love to know what is so special about Hendon Hooker that everybody just their IQ drops to zero.
Jay, I think
it's guy. What is it?
I think it's a combination of two different things. All right. For one, you have a lot of people that don't want to admit they were wrong about Jared Goff. They want to hang on to the opinion that he sucks and that he'll falter. And then I think the other side of it is symptomatic of a lot of towns is the backup quarterback's always the most popular guy. But there's something in this town about the mobile quarterback. People get seduced by the mobile QB, and we don't have one.
But they don't understand why Hendon Hooker is a mobile quarterback or tries to be a mobile quarterback, because that's all he's got. He can't see anything.
No, it was – Jay, you know where I stand on it. I didn't like the pick when they did it. I never defended it once.
Right.
I didn't like the system he came from, and I don't like drafting people with one leg. That's just not a recipe for success. So, yeah. But, no, I'm trying – I wanted to answer your question as direct as I could. I think it's just one of two factions. I think people like the idea of a mobile QB in this town because we haven't had one. And the other one is there are still people who just don't want to come around to Jared Goff. And other than that, I don't know. Choice C, crack. I don't know. Meth. The Hendon Hooker conversations were something to behold. That's all I can tell you.
So glad they're done now.
Me too. I don't have to hear it no more. And listen, maybe a change of scenery will help him. Like I said, maybe he ends up in a place like Vegas. They need a backup because theirs just died, and he can learn, and maybe their offense will be a better fit. I don't know. 248-539-9797.